the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Split. And of course, right here with me now is
Alpha.
Okay, and this is still Aika, and I'd like to apologize for my earlier mistake.
Yes.
It's my mistake. I was so excited with Mineski's comeback.
It was
but I
a
just,
really fierce fight. I
I
can't blame you
managed
for
to
that.
say, like the whole time, my brain was prepared to say that Mineski would win. So when CRB win, I ended up saying the wrong thing. I'm sorry, guys. CRB took the first game against Mineski, and now we are heading into the second game between these two teams. Very powerful teams we're looking at here, although Mineski has been a bit shaky, especially coming in from 0-2 week last week, and they lost the first game to Cerberus. I would not be surprised if Mineski is starting to question what they've been doing so far.
Yes, well, actually, I'm really, shocked right now that not really shocked, but of course, I'm expecting EXO to play. Like, he has been exceptional, even though they had a hard time playing last week. And right now, Yume on that Twisted Fate, it's not as much as effective as you can see. Like, he doesn't seem to provide good damage. So
well, that's because that is true. Though Yume was quite good with his destinies, with his gold cards, giving that support that his team needs to be able to pull through into the late game. They were trumped by the power that the composition of CRB brought to the table. So right now, guys, we are looking at the drafting phase between these two teams, and this is the last game for this evening. So pour out all of your hype. Again, we are powered by the one and the only Bacchus energy drink.
Drive your energy.
And I've had the second one for tonight.
Yes, even me actually, because of the intense fight between these teams. And of course, you are seeing right now, that's Arise, and of course, Noel's Alistar. I really give credit on him because he did good on that game. Like the setup, the 4-man knocked up, everything was good. It's just that, the follow-ups are not that solid. And there are times that he has been caught up like 5% against him. So he ended up dying, losing the unbreakable will, and of course, no thanks for in the side of Mineski. And of course, knowing the threats from Yume with that Twisted Fate, you have seen the early pickup of QSS from Marky. So Lucian gets rolling, like a gold card doesn't stop him.
Yep. So there you have a respect ban onto the Twisted Fate that Yume showed off in Game 1. And in response, actually, Mineski takes out Varus, knowing how well it has played for Cerberus. They like to play around that Varus plus Elise or Varus plus Malzahar. So they will instead take out the Varus from the equation. And now the pick so far, Cerberus does hand off the Rise for Mineski. This might become a big problem considering that Yume is also... both Yume and TG are quite good on that Rise.
Yes, but I think it will go in the hands of Yume. Not sure, but I'm really looking in the hands of Yume since you are going for a Azir. So most probably you just want to go in, dive in.
No, that Rise might go to Yume. Yume.
And then top lane, that would be Maokai. So
alright. Well, whereas for the side of Cerberus, we have the Swain once again for Yux, and this time the Kindred for Trevor.
Yes, so we're not going to see any...
They won't hand that off to James. They know how well James pulls off those clutch Lamb's respites, man.
Yes, a really good deny from James. But instead of banning it, they took it away. But I'm still thinking that if that's a Malzahar open, Trevor is a Malzahar player. So I think it's not much better, but you can take advantage of how buff Malzahar is. So, but still, that's a great Kindred. You can still have the the Blood Razor, so it will really help them a lot. And we are going to see Shadow lock in Tarek. Gems.
Yes. And of course, we have Switch for Marky, and we all know how insane Twitch is, especially around those fights on those objectives. AX showed how amazing that pick is, and that's true. You did mention the Malzahar, although without the Varus as well to combo with that Malzahar, it's highly unlikely for Cerberus to have picked that up despite it being open. And now MSKI might finish off their composition with the Caitlyn pick instead of Sivir.
So yeah, looking into the Caitlyn, of course we are going to see the zoning potential from those Yordle traps, and of course the range that it provides against Marquis Twitch. You will be having a hard time rushing in your items, going for the Ruin King and the Yomu's Ghostblade. So I'm not really sure if Marquis can farm this one successfully, knowing that Twitch has only invisibility. It doesn't have any gap closer or any movement speed that can help him escape from that Alistar.
Yes, but that's the thing though. You have Chalk's Azir to push them away.
Yes, the Emperor's Divide will be the one who's going to help a lot.
And set up for a good Rat-a-tat.
Yes, and of course Trevor on that Lambert's Spite, plus the Emperor's Divide, pushing away any MSKI who wants to take advantage of the area effect of Lambert's Spite. And of course Yux, once again, he has been exceptional on that Swain, so a higher chance that this will be picked.
Oh, there we see Revenga.
Yes, the coach
helping out his boys. So that will be it for the compositions for the picks and the bans for both teams.
So yes, indeed. So for the purple team from the side of MSKI, I'm really...
Now let's look at the stats for the top lane of Cerberus. Give it up for
Wow.
Yux with a 73% KP, 4.8 KDA, and 361 GPM.
And heading over to the jungle, that'll be Trevor with the KDA of 4.0, KP that'll be 73%, and gold per minute 370.
And meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have Chalk once again with a 5.4 KDA, 70% KP, and 386 GPM.
And heading over to the marksman or AD carry, that will be Marquis, 4.9 KDA, 62% of kill participation, and a GPM of 444.
And lastly, but definitely not the least, we have in the support role Shadow with a 5.5 KDA, 66% KP. And on the side of MSKI, TG on the top lane with a 3.0 KDA, 57% KP, and 361 GPM.
Yes, so we are seeing that TG has been, a big help for the team. And looking here, James on the jungle, that's KDA of 2.8 and kill participation 60% with a GPM of 367.
And in the mid lane, Yume with a 4.1 KDA, 85%
Whoa,
KP, that's so high, and a GPM of 489.
And heading over to the marksman, that will be the aggressive one, MSKI Zenshaw with a KDA of 4.1, kill participation 85%, and a gold per minute will be 489.
And finally, with a bloodthirsty Alistar, Noel as the support for MSKI, 4.5 KDA, 54% KP, and 279 GPM.
Yes, have you seen the stats, guys? So there are big difference.
Yeah.
And I'm really liking how Yume has the high 85% kill participation, and he also has the highest gold per minute. So it means that whenever he got his items or whenever he got his farm ahead, he just go ahead and help other lanes to snowball. So that's how you also check the stats. That's really important, guys.
Which is why actually MSKI tends to really favor the double teleport composition.
And of course, their mid lane, Yume, and even though EXO as well. So they are really having this really good mid laners in their roster.
Alright guys, so that is the rundown for this second game between Cerberus and MSKI. Who do you think will win? Will Cerberus take another one in the bag for a 2-0, or will MSKI stage a comeback? Discuss amongst yourselves in the chat and use the hashtags. Of course, we are playing on hashtag PGS 2016. We believe in MSKI's ability to come back into this matchup. Type down hashtag MSKI win. That's MSKI win. And of course, if you believe that CRB can take this 2-0 and give MSKI a run for their money, that will be hashtag CRB win. So let us know your thoughts before we head into the Summoner's Rift. So what do you think?
So,
Alpha, what's your bet?
I'm really thinking that this Cerberus has already the momentum or the hype ongoing in game 2. I mean, they can take this game anytime, but of course, MSKI are one of the prominent teams that can play from behind, or of course, Noelle once again from Alistar.
Yes.
So he can really turn around fights. It will be a different story if MSKI will try to lessen their mistakes, like what have they done from game 1. So I'm really looking forward for another close fight, like Baron Dance.
Another 15-minute fight.
Yes, indeed. So both teams are really trying their hard to earn this point. So is it gonna be 2-0 or 1-1?
Well, I don't know, because before we went into these games, I actually predicted a 2-0 for MSKI's favor if Yume played. But so far, I guess maybe they're still tilted from last week. I don't know. I'm not sure. If they're still tilted going into this second game, we might be looking at a 2-0 instead for Cerberus. So I don't know. I'm waiting to see if this will be a better composition for MSKI, and if they are, if their heads are cool, if they're cooled off,
yes,
and ready to retake this matchup.
Oh, well, I think for me, I really predicted a 1-1 because I was expecting for MSKI to get it as a wake-up call for them. Like, they already lost to AEX, and right now, this is Cerberus. Like, veterans, and these people really knows how to play the game.
Yes.
They are team fight oriented.
As the team that will test MSKI's mettle, let us look at the blue side for Cerberus. We have Yux with a Swain once again in the top lane. Trevor this time with the Kindred jungle. Chalk on that Azir mid. Marky on the Twitch ADC. And Shadow on the fabulous Taric support.
And of course, on the red side, that would be MSKI lol. On the top lane, that would be TG on Maokai. James on the Queen Elise Spider, and on the mid lane, that'll be Yume on his Rise, and for the AD carry marksman, Zenshaw on his Caitlyn, and of course the support, the one and only playmaker, Noelle on his Alistar.
Yes, there you have it, guys. The team compositions for both. So it looks like both teams will start off, their junglers will start off with
well,
not a lot of D4s.
Yes, well actually I'm really looking into the power of Rise, Yume. We know that Yume is one of those players who really know how to play mid lane Rise compared to JLC's top lane Rise. So I'm really loving how this Taric jumps with that Bloodstone.
I believe this is the first Taric support so far in the PGS. And wow, very aggressive there. Ignite already onto Marky, but Marky manages to get first blood off of Zenshaw, and now they're trying to take Noelle as well. Looks like Taric support is quite fabulous indeed.
Wow, I think Zenshaw wasn't expecting that burst because his heal wasn't able to pop out.
Yeah.
So the damage and the poison. So I'm not really sure why I didn't use his heal, but still a good play. And another stun was able to land from Shadow.
Yeah, they're going in for another one here. Noelle does his best to get away, and he does.
Wow, this is unexpected. Like, I was expecting that the bot lane Marky and Shadow will be bullied out because of Caitlyn's range and zoning from Noelle. But Shadow really doing a great job on his heals, and of course his the stun, extended stun from both of them.
Yep.
And
now they will push this wave further down.
And TG on his Maokai, really cute stuff here. So yes, guys, we are seeing on the upper part of the map, James. Is he going to eye ganking on Yux because Yux was really strong on the first game, and yes, TG and the flash has been used. Flash to flash. Well, actually, kind of expected that one because the tower range really can just go ahead and drag TG under it.
Yep.
So
And of course, when you're an Elise jungle, you want to be looking into very aggressive early game ganks, especially after you get those double buffs. And now he's going in for counter jungle, has spotted Trevor out. And now Trevor is trying to ask for assistance, flashes into safety of that mid-range turret.
Early flash has been burned to these teams. And yeah, nothing much for now. I think they're just going to eye once again for the dragon or big team fights. So you typical early game, let's get rolling. You just have to farm it all up. For Marky, I'm waiting for its Ruin King up until to the Yoma's Ghost Blade before he can pull the trigger to kill someone solo. And yes, I'm not really sure if Twitch can go invisible, go sneaky while having the stun. Like, is the stun going invisible as well? Like, that I'm not sure, but I'm really curious with that kind of mechanics or the relationship between those two skills. And right now,
and as you say that, Trevor is circling around here behind TG. And he comes in for a yank there, uses Smite onto TG. But yeah, TG is going to be too healthy to go down anytime soon.
Wasn't able to catch on that, what's this called, that Swain again? The one that can hold you down. I really forgot. Sorry about that.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are watching Game 4 of Day 2 of Week 4 of the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summoner Split. May I remind you, we are playing on patch 6.10, and this is between Cerberus and MSKI.
Yes, so early game still on its way in another aggression.
Hold on, in the bot lane, the stun does land. Zensho uses the net to try and create some distance between them. Catches Shadow with one of his traps. Ignite has been used onto him from Noel, and now they're trying to chase him down, but he will live to fight another day. And now Zensho forced to use his heal since Marky was laying down a lot of damage there. Pink Ward, they're coming in. Cocoon misses, and now MSKI will abandon this fight.
Wow, a very good rotation from but of course, a very good invisible as well from Marky. So it really helped him a lot to save himself. Even the pink ward wasn't that efficient enough to say, to catch him out. So as we check also, this is quite weird, like having a Doran's Blade with a Cull. So this is a 2 starting item for the AD carry, but I think it's because of the first blood. They listed it in a Cull. And just going to hard farm, it will eventually spike into the mid game.
Alright, now they've spotted out James as he takes away some wards. And looks like the warding game not very strong on either side. We do have some 2 pink wards down for the side of Cerberus invested in this bot lane. Now Trevor is in the enemy jungle and he's gonna be collapsed upon here. Oh no, where are you gonna go? Cocoon, and the snare lands onto him. Is he a dead man? Looks like he is, and Yume takes the kill off of that. That is 1-1 on the scoreboard, 7.5 minutes into this game.
Well, I'm not really sure why Trevor is on that side of the map. Like, I don't know if he's going to go counter jungling, knowing that the mark is not really on that side of the map. So it's quite interesting looking at Trevor on the wrong spot. But a very good play, of course, from MSKI to take advantage of those things. So equaling the deaths. The kills. Sorry.
I'm guessing he tried to put down a deep ward, which we see right there, and then might have gotten that blue buff, circled down for a gank on the bot lane. And of course, because you denied counter jungle that buff, you mitigate some of the early damage or aggression of that Elise pick from James. So obviously, that strat or that tactic went awry. And yeah.
Yes, indeed. So I'm
not in their favor.
They just need to farm it all up. And Trevor, of course, on his skirmishes saber, not really looking for the Blood Razor. So the power spike from it is still quite delayed. And looking at that one, TG And Yume once again discovered that Trevor's trying to go in aggressively once again on the opposite jungle of the enemy team. So both teams are taking it slowly, and here comes Yukes on the top lane.
Yep.
Just some skirmishes. But
You'll notice that Mineski's warding has improved quite a bit in this early game. They have a lot of deep wards onto that red buff of Cerberus, and they have wards surrounding Rift Herald as well to try and see, since that was the previous mark where Trevor went. So they are really trying to make sure that they know where this guy is going.
And of course, right now we can see the Cloud Drake for the first respawn of the Dragon. So both teams are going to need this one because you have seen the game one. The rotation are really good. They know how to play around the map, take down objectives, and of course, this team also has the capability to play it around on team fights. So Cloud Drake is really a good pick for them.
And just as you say that, the next target for Kindred appears right in front of that Drake. But
Whoa.
Mineski's bot lane duo does a smart job of actually denying him that or putting down a ward.
Oh, of course, Mineski as well. As we checked a few minutes ago.
Oh no, actually they totally denied. They take that Rift Scuttle.
Yes, they are really trying hard to deny Trevor. So the manifestation of the power from Kindred is quite really delayed compared to early game.
Well, to be fair, Kindred is the type of champion that is more effective mid to late game. And
yes.
now Noel here again with the aggressive play. Headbutt pulverize onto Marky, brings him in the arms of James and Zencho. But now we have a double teleport play here. Yux is right here in the bot lane. Yume, actually no, TG's teleport has been cancelled, but both teams decide to just pull away from this. No one will die just yet. It's still 1-1 on that scoreboard.
Once again, that's Noel on his Alistar. The flash pulverize into the headbutt, but a really good play from Shadow using the ult for the invulnerability.
But since James did not go home just yet, Cocoon lands onto Shadow as he tried to take a peek into that, to actually ward that bush in the river, and he has fallen, and James takes the kill credit for that.
Wow, another patient kill from James, waiting for Shadow to face check. Wow, another kill from Mineski.
Yes, and now because of that, they're opening up for this take. The first elemental dragon, that Cloud Drake, goes to Mineski.
Yes, it's quite free, knowing that they have vision, but they can stand a chance to fight this one. Of course, they don't have Trevor since it was really delayed. So, and he was on the upper side of the map when the puzzle already started, and the Cloud Drake has been took down as well. So no chance. Even Chuck has no enough damage to secure or to steal that dragon.
Yeah, so smarter calls here on the side of Mineski compared to the previous game. They are leading. They have a bit of a gold lead, and now, as well as the vision control. Quite even though, but more aggressive from their side. And now it looks like Zencho will try and clear some wards here.
Yes, and he is already on that BF sword, and I'm really loving this Twitch. He is already on his Yomu's Ghost Blade rather than going for the Blade of the Ruined King. So you can see his mobility and of course attack speed critical. So
and the efforts of Mineski paying off, because actually for that last, but hold on, in the top lane here, James is in for a gank onto Yux. They are going to be able to keep him in place here. He is going down pretty fast. Repel will be used to try and stay alive much longer. But Trevor is here for some backup. Will Yux die? Yes! Double flash there just to secure the kill. And now Trevor is onto TG. TG has no mana, but Trevor does not seem to have enough damage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have here Chalk and Yume facing off. The snare has been used, but looks like neither mid laner has enough to kill each other, so instead they will back away.
And wow, that was a very good response from Trevor, flashing in plus DQ to finish the kill. And Yes, both mid laners are trying their best to take down anyone, but of course that's a Rise, and of course Azir can just go ahead and farm safely. Rise has the sustain and of course the spell vamp, so basically no kills at all on the mid lane. So yeah, as we're going to check the item from the top lane, the TG already has his Spirit Visage.
Yes.
So less, even though you're Azir, you're going to poke him. No chance of going down easily because that's really early for a Spirit Visage.
Alright, so in terms of vision though, a lot of it is invested in the mid lane on the side of MSKI. And in comparison, Cerberus instead are investing more vision to keep their bot lane duo safe because they know that when it comes to those fights, those team fights around objectives, Marky is going to play a very crucial role provided that Chalk does land a good, does pull off a good Emperor's Divide.
Yes, one of the key players or the key players to watch on this one will be Chalk and Yume. Because Yume on his Rise is a ticking time bomb, so you can really, and
Well, they're very aggressive.
yes, so
Tries to annoy Trevor, keep him from getting that red buff. And
yes.
actually, that's the thing that's been going on subtly for MSKI. They've been doing a good job of being a pain for Trevor. Like, Trevor has actually resorted to when he takes those marks or those targets that are a bit
stacks
onto the side of MSKI. He actually asks his teammates to accompany him and make sure that he's safe. So when he was taking the one near Rift Herald earlier, he had Yukes go with him. And when you do that, you kind of deny your ally some resources because they have to leave their farming lane to just make sure you stay alive. So the obviously Trevor is struggling a bit with his Kindred here. They aren't going to give him any openings, with Noel of course showing just how much he wants to annoy the guy.
Yes, so Trevor is kind of bit held back. And of course the bot lane, Marky Shadow still, trying to farm it all up. I'm still waiting for the power spike of this Twitch.
And to top it off, look at the deep wards that MSKI has on the jungle of Cerberus.
Yes, so the trace or the tracks of Trevor and other team response is really kept into their knowledge. So really good play for MSKI, putting up some aggressive wardings. I really love how Marky uses the poison.
Why?
Like it's really the expunge. He's really doing great on using it surprisingly. So he doesn't use it on the stacks. He's just going to use it whenever he wants or he feels to that.
Oh, but hold on. We have the two jumblers here getting into a duel. James, Trevor though, forced to use Lamb's Respite. And after a repel, Chalk smartly comes in and uses Emperor's Divide to deny that damage landing onto Trevor. And they get the kill off of James.
Well, yeah, so the damage from, of course, the execution from E, from the power of Elise that can take down someone when it's on its 25% health. I think that's the damage. It was denied by the Emperor's Divide.
But hold on, we have here an aggressive flash and snare onto Chalk with Noel going really deep under that turret. Uses Ignite onto Chalk, and now Noel realizes he's in trouble because Yukes is here with a teleport. Meanwhile, a teleport as well in response, but cancels it out. So no one will fall in this mid lane skirmish.
Well, I'm not really sure why Yukes used the flash into the never move combo. I mean, the range is not enough for Alistar to be locked down. Still a good play for Noel. Good call as well from Yume to burn the flash of
This
Azir.
next Elemental Drake will be an Ocean Drake, and it goes uncontested to Cerberus.
Yes, knowing that the teleport has been burned by the top lane and
the mid lane as well. It's still on cooldown,
Yes.
so no one will be able to give a swift response. And now, of course, the wards from MSKI onto the jungle of Cerberus have expired. And
Here we go.
yeah. Whoa, sneaky onto Zencho there. The switch getting quite low. Noel goes in for him. Knows that, of course, if you deny this guy, then your ADC can live. But Zencho is in trouble there. And because of that, James is down here for some help, just to make sure that Zencho can escape safely. He doesn't use his heal though.
Well, yeah, a very good call for Marky, and you can see also the interaction of the stun from Shadow used by Marky when he's on stealth.
Yep.
Well, you can see it really, but of course a very good caliber net saves Zencho and Noel.
And smart on Noel as well
yes.
for pushing Marky further.
Yeah, so of course the exploit wasn't able to manifest much, but still a good play or a good call.
And
good
there
setup.
you have it spotted out. Cocoon lands onto Trevor from James. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Zencho here getting quite threatened as well once again, but now decide, hold on, a flash onto him gets Marky the kill off of Zencho. Meanwhile, here in the jungle, a fight has erupted and red buff instead goes to Chop.
Wow. Plays all over the map, like a very good play.
Oh, but hold on, while you're saying wow, looks like more things are
Another
happening
play.
because now TG is able to spot out Trevor in that tri-bush and gets a kill off of the guy, knowing that he was pretty low. And now we can safely say that maybe nothing else will happen.
Well, not really sure because Shadow and Marky is still trying to put this turret down, and any chances from teleport at the backline.
Nice block there with an against the cocoon by Shadow, but from behind the teleport play of Yume manifesting so well does keep Marky in his place. Marky does his best, but he's just gonna fall, and now they're just diving this turret despite how painful it is. But no one will fall on the side of MSKI, and they get a kill off of Marky.
That was a very good call from Yume, teleporting on the back. Wow, he just, you know, the burst from Rise really kept Marky down. So, of course.
And that's a bit careless as well on the side of Cerberus.
Yes.
Before earlier they actually had a pink ward in that tri-bush. It has been dewarded, but they did not replenish that. And as a result, weren't able to spot out that there was a teleport coming in. And haven't actually dewarded most of the stuff there.
Yes, and of course the burned ult from Shadow. So there's no really chance of escaping that one. And still also a good play for James to stalling those two.
Yes, and now it looks like Cerberus is struggling quite a bit. MSKI being more aggressive and more effective with their vision on this map. Meanwhile, so see there, Cerberus heard what I said. No, well, not really, but they have now laid down a pink ward onto that bot lane tri-bush. Not sure if that will be of much help now, considering that there is no more turret to keep this bot lane duo safe. We do know that Cerberus's composition is going to rely quite a bit on this Twitch, on Marky really rolling up the power for the mid to late game.
Yes, so we're just going to wait for it to manifest, and of course that Twitch on his Renons. So more AoE, more more expunge on that one.
Yes.
So the attack speed is really good already, but I'm still waiting for it to use.
Oh, Yume here though, very ballsy in the mid lane. Emperor's Divide does not hit him, and Yume will get that kill.
We are
very
seeing
smooth
Yume
there.
on his rise.
Yes, a teleport did come in from Yux, not much because Chalk had already fallen by then.
Wow, the Emperor falls under his turret. Wow.
Okay.
Very good play. Once again, that's a solo kill by the way, so...
Yes, and in the top lane, Trevor here tries to deal with TG. TG is not going to get off his pace there. Actually dealing a lot of damage onto Trevor here, putting him in a very bad position. He will be forced. He actually doesn't resort to using Lamb's Respite and instead gives up a kill for MSKI. And now MSKI with 2k gold lead, but the fun doesn't seem to stop for them. Cerberus still asking for a fight.
And once again, that's a flash never moved from Yux. And a burn flash as well from Yume. At least there will be no threats of flash rune prison into the kill. So still a good play from Yux, burning some resources from Yume. And on the top lane, of course, Trevor didn't use the Lamb Respite. I think he saw the 4-person coming from the river, and there's no chance for him to escape even he used Lamb's Respite. So
Yes, that is true.
no chance of having a backup also. So yeah, don't. Still, he decided to keep his Lamb's Respite
And
for this
now
team play.
the next dragon is going to be
Yes.
a Mountain Drake.
Mountain.
And MSKI is in a good position to take this one from Cerberus.
So yes, MSKI one step ahead with that vision and of course the proper positioning with the traps. And I think Cerberus is going to take the mid lane instead of attempting this one.
Yes.
Just to compensate of what they can't have.
But Noel is going to come in from behind
Yes,
with the
Noel
rest of
once
his
again.
teammates backing him up. Now
Wow.
Cerberus will have to exit here left on this jungle. But this it looks like they won't.
That's
And
a
now
good idea to use the Shurima Sun Disc.
yes,
to
and now
protect them.
MSKI is marching right into their mid lane here to try
Wow,
and get
second
something
turret.
off of this fight. And now TG separated from the rest of his team. Marky and Trevor chasing him down. No one will die, but Cerberus get 2 turrets in exchange for that dragon.
Well, actually, that's a very good play from Chalk, putting the soldiers on the other side because he can just go ahead and Shurima drift into the Emperor's Divide to finish them off. But, you
Yes,
know,
and not to mention that Sun Disc actually prevented
yes,
MSKI
for them to
from
flank, right?
yeah, from coming from marching down that mid lane.
Yeah, so they are moving to take the top turret. And yes, they were able to take this down. And as for the MSKI, a very good movement. Bold move. Going.
Yeah, they
Is this
decide to just
going
take
to
down
be a base
mid
race
lane
or
inner
what?
turret. So both teams here playing the turret game because, and MSKI though, they know that they have a Mountain Drake. So it's going to, the turrets are going to fall
They
faster
have
to them.
the Mountain Drake, but this is Caitlyn. So, and
Yes.
of course, a very good setup once again from the well.
A fight erupts in the mid lane here with the well very deep into this turret. And now it looks like he will be shredded down. He will not die. And now Yume is alone here. Trevor not going to let him go. And the
Wow.
turret helps him finish down for a kill.
A very good return play from Cerberus.
And now Trevor once more. He's going to chase down Hamas with the help of Chalk there. Repel brings him to safety. And MSKI, this trio, will be able to just head home.
Well, a very good play once again from Cerberus, trying to stall MSKI. So that's a 5-man against a 2-man. Just Yux and Trevor. So they did have their time in their hands. They just stalled him in. And of course, a very good play from Cerberus to take down Yume and the top turret.
That is true.
Quite flawless from that decision making.
Yeah, very smart because that Mountain Drake actually did a lot for them. In terms of if both teams instigate a base race or, you know, just race
Yes.
down on those turrets, MSKI is going to have the upper hand.
Yes, indeed. And of course, knowing that this is an Azir with the Arise and Nashor's Tooth. So the attack speed and of course the turret damage from that W will really help them. Also, Twitch, Marky on his Yomu's Ghost Blade that can be used as well on the turret. So the attack speed plus the damage will really help a lot against just a Caitlyn on the rapid fire cannon. So the base race will really favor in the hands of Cerberus.
Alright, and now because of that, Cerberus is leading with 2,000 gold in their hands. And they actually have greater control over this Baron.
Wow.
Dragon
Look,
will not
Marky.
be out for very long. Yume there, not yes, Marky of course with the invisible.
Ah,
Now he has
that-
onto
that.
Yume here. He does have blue buff, but it will not be enough. And now Trevor from the side as well as Chalk just
Whoa.
sliding right in there. And Flash has been used. Will Yume survive? Yes, he will.
That was a very good play for Marky. I mean, he doesn't need to kill Yume, but the intel or the knowledge where Yume is, and of course, burning some resources. Once again, this is Yume having no flash. So no flash rune prison to
Yep.
take down any carries once again. And of course, Shadow on that Taric. You may not seem to notice it, but it will help them a lot for the invulnerability that will be coming out
Oh,
from
Ace in the
Yume.
hole will be used by Zensho.
Well, basically the gems will just going to heal it up.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's just
I
Taric,
bet you
big
need
Taric.
another sip of Bacchus
Bacchus
energy drink. Don't
Drive your energy.
you? Yes, tama yan. Alpha. Take a sip so that
Yes.
you're not as soupy.
A soupy.
Sabaw, soupy.
So of course, our viewers right there, just put in your analysis and don't forget to use our hashtag Cerberus CRB win or Mineski MSKI win. Don't forget the hashtag PGS 2016 as well, for you are watching Pro Gaming Series Summer Split 2016.
Yes,
so
and
this
now
will be the last game of the night. And
the
now,
next
Aika,
Elemental Drake will be live in just a
let's
minute.
check what element is this.
Mineski will ping for this.
The Green Ocean.
And looks like they might also rotate as well. They have wards, they have vision laid all around Baron, so they could get this and respond to if ever Cerberus tries to get a Baron. So,
Yes, but
but
of course, they are
Cerberus
really
is
grouping up.
pressuring them in the mid lane with this minion fight though.
Yes. And of course, knowing that it actually both teams doesn't have the second turret, so it will be a long run if ever that Cerberus were going to back up. But I think this will be also a Baron bait play. Here comes Marky.
Oh,
Okay,
with
you
that
don't-
sneaky Marky there, get onto
Once
Noel,
again, was it
shredding
able to
him
hit?
down.
Stun.
Looks like that was just a warning shot to keep them off, and now they might attempt for Baron, but instead Marky wants to clear this wave, pressure the mid lane, and then respond to his teammates. But now Youth has spotted out both TG and Noel, tries to zone them away, and Cerberus decides to rotate to mid instead. Now we have some a relatively more cautious Cerberus that we're seeing here in Game 2 compared to how they were in Game 1. Instead of going for kills, they're now prioritizing objectives and turret and being quite clever about it. If they don't feel like they could take it decisively, they instead back away.
Yes, I really admire how Marky uses his ambush just to overextend the range of his vision. And if ever that he doesn't see any yummy treats to take down, he's just going back. And that's the time that Cerberus has the advanced knowledge. Where are the members of Mineski's going to retreat? So
Although that
a different use of ambush.
Yeah, although that might blow up in their face because Mineski here looking to be more decisive when it comes to those objectives. They now have 3 dragons in their bag. That's 1 cloud, 1 ocean, which is the latest one, and 1 mountain drake.
Yes.
So they've been more sure to take these drakes. And I don't know if Cerberus will stay here and be firm about this, or will they just back away, seeing that Mineski is putting down some heat here.
Well, actually, both of these teams really love to play around Baron or, you know, pursue a fight within these objectives. Since that... Oh
Marky
my,
has
Marky.
spotted the well out as he tried to walk away from that river, and now TG comes right in trying to defend his support, and now the well has been tossed onto the face of Marky here, and TG has to flash away to safety. Yook is going in really hard there. Trevor on the side though, going for Yume. TG, will he fall? That's Shadow and Shock onto him, and he will go down. Shock gets the kill. Zensho is now really low. Marky will chase him, and Marky slays him. Man, those attacks are on fleek, and now Chalk is going for this Spider Queen. She is in trouble. He knows that, so he's just trying to stall here, but now 3 people are going to chase him down. He still manages to take out Shadow. So, you know, if you're gonna die anyway, drag someone with you, right? And now Cerberus is going to not be bothered by that and instead rotate for this Baron. We've got 3 kills. They're going to get this Baron. This might be a confidence boost for Cerberus.
Yes, indeed. So, a very good play for Cerberus pulling the trigger. As what I've seen on that fight, Yume teleported but wasn't able to capitalize on his full damage because of the exhaust. And they are just on the choke point, catching all the damage from Yukes and of course Trevor. Another good play from Marky, putting in the Farsight Orb, and then uses the Rat-Tat-Tat to reach out. Just 2 hits from Zensho, finishing him off.
Zensho, of course, thought he was safe
Yes,
behind that
but
wall.
you're not safe in the hands of the Rat-Tat-Tat.
Alright.
A good play once again from Cerberus.
You're very
I'm kinda soupy,
enthusiastic.
guys.
I
I'm
bet
really
it's the Bacchus energy drink.
Yes.
So much right now. Drive your energy, guys.
Yes, drive your energy like how these players driving their energy.
So it is now 8-8 on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. 34 minutes in this game. And Cerberus, with that earlier clash and the Baron, are now at a 5k gold lead over MSKI. All 3 lanes are pressuring and moving in onto MSKI's base. So it looks like the tides have turned and Cerberus is getting more emboldened into really taking this second game as well.
Yeah, so I'm really thinking that MSKI will just go into stall or let the Baron burn. And then they are going probably for another dragon because that's their advantage, going as well for the Elder. But Marky,
Ooh, Cocoon connects on
really
Trevor.
waiting for Marky's play.
Alright,
Really
so
love how he
we are
uses
going
the
to
ambush,
pressure
like.
this bot lane.
Because Marky on Twitch is really different way back on Genvi's Twitch. So I really admire how they take advantage of this team composition.
Whoa,
of
look
course.
at those pokes from
Yes,
Chalk.
Chalk. That's a late game Azir having the Rylai's, and of course that's a national sweep. Wow.
And CRB will want a fight to break out here because they have the upper hand currently. They also have the turrets for backup there. Now Noel is circling in again from behind. It's what he does all the time. And now Yukes, of course, knows that he's up to no good. Tries to zone him out. Mark is now invisible. Tries to go in on the enemy team. Noel has been caught out here. He's getting chunked down super, super fast. Yukes zoning out the carries of MSKI. And now Yume is going down. Exhaust and ignited. But looks like his Guardian Angel will be very useful. And now Yume, though, still dies there. Looks like this could be game.
Yes.
Because now it's 4 people down on the side of MSKI. And CRB, yes, Marky got a double kill on his Twitch. And now they're just casually marching down on the Nexus turrets. They're even trying
a really good kill once again
for Zensho on that fountain. And now they are chunking down that Nexus turret. And they're just gonna take this. This is 2-0 for Cerberus. And game 2 goes to them over MSKI. It's another 0-2 for MSKI. And congratulations, Cerberus, for a really good and more decisive game 2. And yeah, there you have it.
Actually, nothing much to say. They really played around their team composition. They took the advantage. They have that Azir. They are really feeling confident on Trevor's Lamb Respite. That's why they are confident on taking the mid lane turret. Yukes as well. He bullied out or he zones out Noel. So there's no probability of any flank or any setup. There's no big pulverize happened on that game. So
and Marky doing marvelous once again on his ADC on that Twitch. Good, really good positioning as 5-1-3 from that game. And there, always managed to mitigate whatever threat MSKI could pose.
So guys, dyan lang kayo. We still have another interview from one of our pro players. So there's a chance na mas matuto pa kayo kung paano nangyari yung game na yun. So this is once again Pro Gaming Series Summer 2016. And we'll be right back, of course. We are your shoutcasters. With me is your pretty
Aika.
And I am Alpha. So we'll be back, guys.
Home just yet. Cocoon lands onto Shadow as he tries to take a peek into that, to actually ward that bush in the river. And for a gank onto Yukes, they are going to be able to keep him in place here. He is going down pretty fast. Repel will be used to try and stay alive much longer. But Trevor is here for some backup. Will Yux die? Yes! Double flash there just to secure the kill, and now Trevor is on to TG. TG has no match.